looking around the shop for something to do. I'm waiting on some parts to come in. I'm pumped because I have like a ton of orders coming in. This is actually really fantastic. It's been cool having a garage shop to be able to do your builds, some custom work right here at home has been a lot of fun. It's really neat to be able to walk outside 20, 30 feet from where I sleep and boom, be at work. A place that I really love. I love building golf clubs, so it's kind of like my man cave in a sense. But one of the most requested things that I get in DMs is just, how did I turn my irons into these? How did I take irons that look like that, the old Cobra King Forged CB with this black finish, and turn them into something very raw? Obviously, I've done some grinding on them, so I'm not gonna get into that because that was more of a personal, a weight thing. But how did I get rid of the finish and get them raw? It's a look that a lot of people like. I actually prefer it. So I figure I have a 3-iron it's been hit maybe like 20 times. For obvious reasons, it's only been hit about 20 times. And it's in great shape. You can see it. I'll take some pictures. I'll post the pictures. I'll include them here. But I'm gonna make these raw. And we're gonna see how that process actually works. This is easier to turn to this than you would think. I give myself a little mustache there. So, I'll show you how to do it. The first thing you're gonna need is white vinegar. Gonna want to put it in some kind of tub. You can see I've done this before using this exact tub. There's a little bit of rust in there. Got some white vinegar just straight up from Publix. Love everyone, by the way, right now working through COVID-19 at Publix. Y'all my heroes. You don't have to remove the paint fill if you don't want, but you can. Well, this is gonna eat it all away. Probably could have used a smaller tub, but let's just make sure and cover the iron. Dramatic purposes, we'll use this big old tub. Not like I really care to have a big jug of white vinegar laying around. And we're gonna let it soak for 48 hours. That's a long time. We have to be patient if we want this to work well. The more impatient you are, the more stupid your projects turn out. You know that, especially when it comes to any kind of at-home finishing, you're doing paint fill, something like that. You can't rush it. You'll mess it up every time. Well, good morning. Hi there, golf club. Yeah, see it's getting a little raw. That little bit of black left. I mean, this is something that, I'm just gonna let it keep soaking just because it can, but it's something that I can just kind of steel wool off and it's gonna be pretty special. The process, that is. I mean, the fact that you can just do this with something that, is a household item like vinegar, it's gonna look good. We've been soaking this thing for over 48 hours. I just kind of went 48 hours just to go 48 hours. I really didn't have to. Probably didn't make too much of a difference as far as this goes. But let's just give it a little wipe just to get some of that vinegar off of there, dry it. So you get a real idea what it looked like. And there you go. Pretty raw, literal raw. I mean, look at it. See how, if you will, raw the tungsten weights look in a sense. I mean, it's just like put in there, shaped the way it needs to be for the sole, and then they make it pretty when they put the finish on. Lost some of my paint fill here. You can really bring that out pretty easily probably, just like I would do with some acetone or whatnot. So we got some steel wool, and then just some 3M 320 grit, extra fine grit. This is more for smoothing than anything. A little sanding sheet that I might get to if this doesn't quite do the trick. So, just kind of shine her up a tick. That's really it. Don't have to do too much more to it. That one actually turns out pretty good. Pretty good. Probably go over it a couple more times, but look, if you're gonna go raw and you're not gonna refinish it, it's gonna rust. I think that's a good looking iron there. I might actually just bring my irons back to that, because that, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm in.